What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. We've got the last few bits and pieces for Asbo. It's getting really close now, really close. Got a new clamp for the exhaust. This goes around the collector, a little bit bigger than the other one, so that'll be alright. And I got to run a set of rear pegs. I'm not a fan of them, I don't particularly like them, I rarely have anybody on the back. But because Asbo's got two seats, potentially someone can just jump on the back and it'll be unsafe to do so without a set of pegs. So I've got these ones and they're going to be going on it. I had a look through the MOT inspection manual, which you can get to through the gov.uk website, and basically it says if you got one of them little seat cowl things that covers up the rear pillion, then you don't need to run a set of pegs because you can just treat it as a solo motorcycle. However, Bandits come with a sofa, not a seat. It's massive. And they don't do a cowl for them, and even if they did, it'd look horrible. That would make it look like a proper turd. So I ain't doing that. So here and now we're just going to shove a set of these foot pegs on and we'll just be done with it. I'll just leave them on. I don't really care. I'm not a fan of them. And I'll rarely take anybody on the back, but it's a requirement of the MOT, so we got to have them. These aren't for that bike. I couldn't get a set of 96 ones anywhere, and there's nowhere to mount them. It's all been like hacked off and sorted and stuff to make it a solo. Slight bit of oversight by whoever did it, but there you go. So, and these are really cheap and nasty, horrible. Look, it's just bent bits of tube with a cover on that's just been sort of welded to it, not dressy or anything. However, they will do. So I've got to dream up some way of fixing these on there. I'm probably just going to do it with 4 little tabs, weld the tabs to the frame, bolt these to them, job's a good one. However, this one I am going to need to monkey about with. This is the one on the right hand side, and that's where the exhaust hanger goes. That's where the exhaust would fix to. Trouble is, it's in the wrong place. So I've got to chop it up. Well, that's all right, we should be good. I think I know how I'm going to do it. And I quite like it because you've got this bit here, which is, it's got like a rubber boot in it with a metal insert and stuff. So it's a good place to hang your exhaust. But it don't want to be there, it wants to be over here somewhere. So we're going to need to monkey about with it and make it work, which is going to be the first job. But the intention is this week I want to get booked in for an MOT. We've had glorious weather here for the last month whilst we've been going through lockdown. Stonking hot it's been, sun out every day, it's been lovely. And now I'm pretty much at the end of it, it's bloody raining. That's it, summer's over in the UK. But anyway, I don't care, I'm not a fair weather biker. Get this done, get it MOT'd, and I'm off. I'm hooning. Right, so it looks like the clamp's going to work all right on the exhaust. Sheet is going to land about there, like that. Yeah, be about there. So ideally I want this to sit about like that. So it is close up to the exhaust, it has to be said. It is close. And I'm thinking if I was to make a plate that basically covers this, but you know, chop this bit off, down like that, and I'll plate across the end of it, so it's not all, you know, nasty and stuff. And then it'll just be a case of welding another plate on the back here that sticks out forward with a hole in it for that to go onto. So that could be all right. If I can though, I do want to reuse this rubber mounting jobby, but I'm not sure that's going to be doable. Pom 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 pom. And then to mount it to the frame, all I'm thinking of is just putting some tabs on here that stick down. You know, quite chunky stuff probably, but it'd just be tabs that come down here and here with a hole in it that this can then bolt onto the back of. So we might be chopping a little bit out the under tray, but that's already happened. I don't know what the person was doing. It's all been hacked off up here. I'll show you this back bit in a minute because that's just stupid. But they've cut it and sliced it and then they've just wound it back up and cable tied it. It's about the worst job you could have done, realistically. and I think that was just to get this stupid little tail tidy in, but there you go. Did what he did. Right, so what have I got in the scrap bin? That would do. Yeah, that would do. So I can have a bit off that, weld that onto the frame and round it off, stick a hole in it, and then my hanger could just bolt straight onto that. So that'll go on there, and then that'll go onto that. That'll be strong and quite neat. Right, let's get this done. Right, so we just made up some of these, just little brackets. It's made out of 6mm steel. Just wound some bolts in there, just to keep it all lined up on where I want it to be. And these are going to get tacked on, I don't know, about there, I guess, something like that. I'm probably going to leave all this on the back. Just because it's, you know, it's a hill guard and stuff, so we're gonna have to make something that comes off the front here, and I am probably just gonna plate across the back here, have it come down to where I need it to, but that is just going to get tacked on like that, I think. So I've got the same thing done for the other side. What we'll end up doing is taking a measurement off the back of the frame, coming down here and marking where the rear one needs to mount up. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side, so I can get them all in the same place, because you don't want one down here and one up here. Imagine riding that. Then we'll get them tacked in place, weld the tabs in, and then I can sort this bit out and get the exhaust mounted for real. So that'll be all right. That'll work. And the thing is, I can then just unbolt them whenever I want to, and all I'm going to have is 4 tabs, which, you know, I don't really care. I don't mind. But given that this is going to be the bracket that holds the end can in place, I'm probably just going to leave them on. Makes no odds to me. So that'll do. Right, where's my measure? Right then, so I've got my fire blanket down here just because I don't want any weld spatter getting on stuff that I don't want it on, and because I'm welding on the bike, I'm also just going to disconnect the battery. Come on, that's one. Right. So he's disconnected and out the way. And so's he. You probably don't need to, but I'm going to disconnect the ECU as well. Where's my thing? Oh, that'll do. just because I really don't want to fry it. Right, we should be good, I think. We're all covered up, so I ain't gonna mess things up, because now I'm getting that close. It would be really bad if I did that. Right, he's kicking out a bit. Pum pum pum. Oh, I got that one wrong, didn't I? He tweaked when I welded him. Right, let's have him off and have another go. Right, I've had a couple of issues. Stupid ones as well. Just tacking this back one on, and as I tacked it, I felt it move, which it quite often does. If you ever had a go at welding, stuff will move about on you. We got it there in the end, but basically it took 3 attempts, which, you know, bit of a pain, because you've got to snap a tack off, grind it all down, put the bevel back on it, and then start all over again. So it is what it is. But we've got the back one nice and straight and stuff. Just clamped a bit of alley behind it, put the hanger back on, and got the second one in place. But it's all nice and straight and everything, and level, and it's all true that way as well. So that's all good. So we got around that one. Then the battery on my welding lid went. Those universal ones are rubbish. Don't get one. They are junk. There is a little indicator light inside the lid that comes on when there's a low battery. Trouble is, you can't see it when you're welding. And when the battery does go flat, it just goes flat real quick. So you're halfway through your welds and everything else, and suddenly you just get a massive white light, and that's what's happened to me. So now I'm partially blind. I've got this little white dot that is floating about around here sort of thing. And it ain't going away for a little bit. So I ain't doing any more welding. I need to get my other lid back from work, so I much prefer that one. It's dead good, the Sentinel. But we're on. It's only tacked in place. I will weld it properly. So let's see how we're fitting on this now then. So he's going to go in there like that. And sit like that. I think that's going to work. So all I need is a little stubby plate welded on the back here, just forwards enough so I can get that bolted onto it, and we're in. That's how it's going to sit. So it's all quite tight and snug, which I like. It's not at stupid angles or anything, which again I like. There's no kink in the link pipe, so that's all fine. So I think we'll be alright there. It's real snug, but that'll do. So I'm going to have to pick this up during the week, because my lid's at work and I ain't going to work. They'll just want me to do other stuff. Anyway, we'll have another go at this later on. Right, just mucking about with bodywork, trying to get all this to fit up. Loads of tabs are missing. It's amazing the thing was on to start off with, because bits have been chopped out and bits have been broken and everything. So that side's going to be okay, but I can't do anything until I get my lid. Let's do the indicators. Right, new LED indicators are coming, because these ones are junk. New ones don't look anything like that though. So I'm going to have different ones front to back, but I don't care because it's just a commuter scoot. So what I'm going to do, I think, is get some connectors on here, because that way I can just whip another connector on the new ones, plug it in, and we're good to go. I ordered them off eBay. Hopefully they ain't going to take very long to get here, because I just had a chat with Phil Cook from Cook Motorcycles, and we're booked in for MOT on Thursday, so this needs to get done. not a big fan of these connectors because they're not amazing. If you're tempted to get a set, the thing is that the pins don't exactly line up dead square once you pass them through. So they ain't going to be great. I mean, they'll do the job, don't get me wrong. But I ain't going to be using these on project bikes, I don't think. They'll do for ASBO for now, but I will be getting some different ones. I'll get some of those waterproof ones, they look really good. Because the pins are held sort of along the length of them rather than... Oh, come on. There we go. Yes, they just don't line up exactly right. Okay, so I should be ready when the indicators come. I've got to set the headlamp, so wherever that's pointed to. But these can squirrel up there and just plug in. I'll cable tie them up out the way. They're staggered, so it's not big and bulky. So that's all good. Right, I think what I might do now... Yeah, that'll be okay. Right. Right, I'll probably have the foot pegs apart on the back and shot blast them. Right, so these are the rear pegs. I just want to give them a clean up because obviously we've got to plate this back bit in and then have another bit that sort of comes down, I don't know, around here somewhere. Just so we've got somewhere to mount the exhaust at the back. But these have got a little detent in them. So there should be a little ball bearing and a spring in there just so that that sort of catches. So we'll strip these down, we'll shove them through the shot blaster. There we go. Little circlip. And the pen. There we go. And there should be... Yeah, there we go. Ooh, I knew that would happen. So little ball bearing, there's a spring in there as well. Come on. Where's Miyuki thing? Oh, actually, I'm not going to be shot blasting that. That don't matter. He can stay in there. Right. So let's give these all clean up. Just make sure there's no cracks or anything else in them. Then I can do this plate on the back here. Get all that lot figured out, and then we'll just give it another coat of paint. Job's a good one. Right, I've just gone through a shot blaster. Is it a perfect job? No, missed a bit. But we have got the majority of the paint off. I'm just going through making sure there's no cracks or stuff's bent or failed welds or any of that sort of malarkey, and I think we're going to be alright actually. Sticky out bits like this, if the bike gets dropped, they're the bits that's going to get it. So if there's any guffs on them or, you know, score marks and stuff like that, or bits are bent and, you know, there is no point in using it. Just bin it off and get a different one. All the welds and stuff are intact and looking good, so I think we're going to be all right. That one can just get painted. This one, we need to block off the back bit here because it sits on the bike like that, and the exhaust is going to mount somewhere down here. Don't know where exactly. We'll match that up in a minute. But basically, I just want to fill this back bit in, have it come down here a bit extra, and I'll shape this as and when. And that way, I've got somewhere to hang the exhaust. So that'll be all right, I think. So I've got some of this stuff out the scrap bin. It's like, I don't know, 2.5mm, something like that. 2.2. Yeah, it's quite solid, chunky stuff, and it's steel. So we should be all right there, I think. So, bit of paper and a grubby hand. Pom 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 pom. Don't want to fill the whole thing completely in. Probably not actually. Well, I don't know. Let's give it a go anyway. I just want to get the rough shape. It ain't got to be exact. That comes later. Right, it's the next day. I've got my welding lid, so I can get this welded now. It is blowing a hoolie out there. Right, I have got basically today and tomorrow. I booked the bike in for its MOT on Thursday. And I really want to make Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So basically I've got today and tomorrow, a couple of hours each day, which isn't a lot, to get all this back together again and ready for its MOT. That's what I want to do. I really want to hit that day. Just because I want to have a go on it. Right, let's get into it. Right, they're all welded on. They've just had a squirt of black paint just to protect them. I don't really care I've got overspray and stuff on a purple frame because I hate the purple frame anyway, and it's just to stop it rusting. You're not going to see it anyway because it's buried underneath all the bodywork, so that's all sweet. Won't lose them. Right, so what I need to do, I've painted this other one that's hanging up over there drying, but this one I need to get this plate sorted out and shoved on the back here, so that's going to be the next job, I think. Get this tacked on. Right, I think we're getting there. It's all still wet at the minute, so I can't plonk it on. But that's basically what I want to do. Is just have a plate across here, so it's got a bit of support to it. It will get welded all the way around, obviously. We'll trim this bit off to suit, but basically I just want a little tab to stick out here, probably something like that, that I can get the bolt through. So that's it. I don't know, I might even bring it up a little bit, I'm not sure. We shall see. We'll tack this on, we'll offer it up, we'll see where we go from there. Oh, in other news, the jets have turned up. Woohoo! This is what I need to get it running right. So essentially I've got two sets of jets. You have to buy them as a 4, which is a bit of a bugger, but I'm going with 102.5 and 105s, which I think is going to do the job according to Spike. So we shall see where we go and how it all performs and stuff. That's a quick and easy job. This is more important. It's going to take time and I need to get it right. So that's what I'm concentrating on today. Oh, actually, where's that scribe will do. There we go. Right. Let's tack it on. Right, I've just test fitted this on the bike and I think we're in. Basically I've tapped it in 3 places. Real simple, just to keep it in place. And I've offered it up to the exhaust and I just need to trim it off here. Like that. Sweet! Right. So we'll obviously round this corner off. Round the corners off just a little bit, so it looks nice. Nothing silly. Shove a hole in it, weld it on the back properly and dress it all up. And I think we should be there. Right. Right, I do think we are in. I do. This is looking all right. So it all lines up down the bottom nice. The clamp will hold that middle section sorted. Everything's nice and still in line. It's all quite tucked in and tight. Got room for the swing arm. And this is quite minimal as well. I didn't want a hoofing great big bracket. So to tie it in with the rear foot hangers, jobs are good and I think. Don't care that this is black, don't care it looks horrible because you ain't going to see it. And I wanted the brackets to be black anyway because this is going to be black and it would just look stupid and I can't bring myself to paint anything purple. Purple, why purple? So that's it, I think we're in. I'm going to get this off and I'm going to get it painted along with the other one that's sitting over there drying at the minute. And then tomorrow when I come in, it's the last day I'm hoping. So what have I got to do tomorrow? Well, the hangers obviously have to go back on, button all the exhaust down and get all that sorted. Body work has to go on and I'll need to do a few little repairs and stuff there because the way he's done it is shocking. It's not going to be a perfect job, but it will be safe, it will be on there and it ain't coming off. Not without a fight. Charlie from work as well, he's a gem. He had an extra set of LED indicators for his quad bike. So I was telling him about all the shenanigans and stuff. Oh, you can have them. So he's bringing them into work today. So I'll have them, I can get them hooked up. Then it's just make sure the headlamp is pointing and in the right direction and just go over the whole thing front to back. Oh, we've got the jets to change out as well. So there's quite a bit to do tomorrow, but I need to get it done because this is in for MOT on Thursday. So we need to sort of crack on really. But that's it. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be the last day and then it's off to the MOT station. Awesome. Right, that's it. That's your lot. I've got to go to work, I am sorry. But anyway, that's it. I'm hoping it's one more morning on this and that's it, job done. There really isn't that much to do. The only thing that's got me worried is the bodywork, if I'm honest, because there's tabs missing and all sorts. Whoever did it before just completely bodged everything. Stuff's been cable tied on, some of it was duct taped on. It's not in a good way. So if anything's going to trip us up, it's going to be that. The hangers have both been painted, just a quick squirt of something black. Don't really care if it's not pristine, it will stop it. So we can get all that lot back on, do the jets, do the indicators, sort out where the headlamp's pointing, all that other stuff. Most of the time is going to be spent sorting out that flaming body work, I know that much. We'll get the jet swapped over, like I say, that'll help it run. And it's literally just a case of buttoning everything up really, because I need to get to an MOT on Thursday. He's only working from 10 till 5 or something, but I have to chip off around lunchtime and stuff just because I've got my own work to go to. So it's got to go in the morning. So with any luck we'll have it done tomorrow, and then I can go out hooning. Just as I'm getting set to go out hooning, the weather's gone horrible. It's blowing out, you can probably hear the garage door going, but it's blowing a hoolie, it's chucking it down with rain. The rain's going horizontal because it's blowing a hoolie. I don't care, I'm just going to get wet. I've never been a fair weather biker, I ain't going to start now. It's this close. But anyway, so hopefully next time you see us, we'll just finish it up. I'll take you off to the MOT station. Hopefully we get some good news, hopefully. I can't think of anything else I need to be doing, but I am going to go over the whole bike front to back. Just check everything, make sure I've done everything up. I just want to be sure it gets through basically. So there you go, you can only do what you can do, eh? But thank you ever so much for joining us, do appreciate you watching. Hope we're keeping you entertained. Hopefully lockdown's going to be down soon and we all go out for a hoon. Be great to meet up with a few folks. But yeah, so we'll see you again next time. Laters!